Hi, Capricorn. Welcome to the Power of Three and me, Amber, and your general monthly reading for November 2025. Your transparency reading. We're using the Transparency Tarot. You can see through it. For the overall energy, 3 cards. I've had it for a long time. I just never used it on camera, and for all I know, next month will be the last month. I don't know. I need transparency myself on why I keep showing up here for the most part lately. 3 to 4 people that don't hit the like button. So this is what I can't wrap my head around, is why y'all keep showing up and not hitting the like button. Those are tragic numbers as it is, but 3 people are significant, and if you keep showing up because you like the videos, you need to tell me that, because I'm really considering just not being here next year. I really don't know what to do. I need transparency. You see, that's how it's going to work for your reading. Looking at what you need transparency on. Do you need to take a full-blown vacation and disconnect from everything and sit on a beach and listen to nothing but the waves until you figure out what your soul's trying to tell you? Or do you just need to separate from somebody? That's what we're going to look at. But there's also a word from the Holy Spirit to finish the year off as strongly as possible for you guys, in case these are your last 2 messages from me anyway, from here. So, Capricorn, without further ado, here we go. Excuse me. This is a time for abundance in your life. Your cup runneth over with blessings. After plodding uphill for many weeks, you are now traipsing through lush meadows drenched in warm sunshine. I want you to enjoy to the full this time of ease and refreshment. I delight in providing it for you. Sometimes my children hesitate to receive my good gifts with open hands. Feelings of false guilt creep in, telling them they don't deserve to be so richly blessed. This is nonsense thinking, because no one deserves anything from me. My kingdom is not about earning and deserving. It's about believing and receiving. When a child of mine balks at accepting my gifts, I am deeply grieved. When you receive my abundant blessings with a grateful heart, I rejoice. My pleasure in giving and your pleasure in receiving flow together in joyous harmony. Well, that's pretty upbeat words for you, Capricorn. So let's see now how the Holy Spirit begins your transparency reading for November 2025. What things soever you desire when you pray, believe you that you receive them, and you shall have them. Well, this is probably what I'm feeling is what this is going to be about is guilt, and whether it deserves to be there or not, Capricorn. I feel like what's being said is that you pray for something because it's the right thing, it's best for everybody, and then you feel like you sabotage it by saying, well, I probably won't get my prayer answered, or I won't be answered the way I want it to be answered, or whatever, because, right? Guilt. That's what I think we're dealing with here, but we'll see. So, if you're feeling guilty to the point where maybe it's, it's taking its toll on maybe just about everything, your health included, perhaps. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to shuffle the Transparency Tarot. Get 3 cards. I will put them together and then let you know what I get, and I will show you how it looks. For Capricorn, please. Overall energy, 3 cards for their transparency. What are they feeling guilty about? What do they need transparency on? All right. Yeah, the Knight of Swords. For starters. Okay, the Knight of Swords, down on one knee. Probably because out of guilt. Something you said, an action that you took where you had good intentions, but maybe it wasn't your place. I don't know. Let's just keep going and get two more. Queen of Swords. So we got a lot of swords here so far. Thoughts, words. Maybe you're dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. One more, please, for Capricorn. Yep. Five of Swords. An argument, a fight. So, Capricorn. You feel guilty because, maybe you've broken up with this person. Maybe they're not talking to you, and you didn't intend for that. You didn't mean to be that harsh, or you didn't mean to come across the way you did. And I can see why you're having a problem, because the Queen of Swords, well, I understand her very well. You don't go at a Queen of Swords, maybe in the manner that the Knight did. One thing, you're a knight, meaning it might not have been your place to say a damn word. And then maybe you came across a little too aggressive because for passionate reasons. Maybe what I'm getting is a scenario. Maybe this is somebody that you were dating, Capricorn, and maybe you haven't been dating that long, and maybe something very personal came up for this Queen of Swords, and it's something that she can handle on her own, but because you feel like you care, or you feel like she's being wronged in some way, you really jumped in there to the point where you pissed her off and you were trying to help. You see what I mean? You feel guilty. Maybe you want a second chance with this queen. I don't know. We'll see. We're using the Major Arcana deck. It's a 3D deck. All it is Major Arcana because, again, needing whatever the collective is needing transparency on this month, it's major. That's why we're using this. So, and there it is, the Magician. The Magician. See, you did it, is what I'm hearing, but it came out wrong. You didn't mean to go that far, or be that loud, or say that much, or you know what I'm saying? Like, again, it's general. Take it how it might apply for you, if at all. We'll see what comes out. But, you need transparency on how the Queen of Swords feels about it. You need transparency on, is this something that you should keep pursuing? You feel guilty because you did something wrong, okay, in her eyes. And maybe it kiboshed it. And, the clarity I feel you need on whether you need to accept that or not, or whether you need to put, your best foot forward in a different way in order to get this Queen of Swords back. I don't know. Capricorn. So we're using the Legacy of the Divine Tarot for the main spread. Okay, for the highest good, Capricorn. Seven of Pentacles. I feel like this is like a pivotal moment, just like when you're waiting for that time that you have to pick the fruit off the trees before it rots, but not too soon. So maybe this is that pivotal moment when, maybe you just had the fight 24 hours ago. What is the most appropriate time to wait to give somebody to cool off, a cooling off period? And in the meantime, figuring out whether you should, you haven't heard from them. You haven't heard from this Queen of Swords. What does that say? See, you need clarity on what is a good cooling off period if you did want to pursue and put your best foot forward to fix this? Or should you have enough about you to take a hint? Is what I'm getting from that Seven of Pentacles. Let's keep going for Capricorn, please. The Fool. Taking a chance. It is risky. It is, because you might get told off, whether it's politely or otherwise. If it's a Queen of Swords, trust me, she's not going to mince words. So it is risky. So, and you know it. So that's why it's important that you wait enough time that she's cooled off, but not too long, where it seems weird that you waited that long, right? I don't know. Let's see. One more for Capricorn. Queen of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I feel like this is your Queen of Swords, but you're waiting for that sword energy to wear off. The Queen of Swords is very caring, but there's the reason why her sword is up like this. Okay? There's a reason why. She's been maybe having to take care of herself for a very long time. And she has to take care of herself because people come coming at her. She needs that sword up because she's got to defend herself. She's got to speak for herself. She's got to look after herself. And maybe you want to step in and do that for her, but maybe it was family, okay? Maybe it was something that just wasn't your place to have that much say. The Queen of Cups, I feel like you're hoping that she will soften back into her feelings and not be so angry and maybe in her head about the argument, about the words that were said. Yeah. Okay, at the bottom of this deck, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. It's a Wheel of Fortune thing. It's this. Okay, it's the Fool. And the wheel with the Wheel of Fortune behind it. Okay, it is risky, very risky. You got to spin the wheel and hopefully land on, yes, she'll talk to you. Yes, she'll hear you out, or maybe she won't even. But you won't know unless you try. And you got to maybe prepare yourself for that and accept it however it turns out. Guess who's behind that? Guess who's behind that? Guess who's behind the Wheel of Fortune? Queen of Swords. Here she is again. And guess what's behind that? Judgment. I don't know why I'm the least favorite reader on YouTube. I really don't. I don't get it. All right. So, we're clarifying for you, Capricorn, with the Deviant Moon Tarot. The sign of Capricorn. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles, please, for Capricorn. Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is under the Seven of Pentacles because, you see, love was just blooming. You, like I said, you probably were dating this person, and, you know, love had just started to bloom and blossom, and now you find yourself waiting to make it right, to have a chance to say, you know, you're sorry, or you love them, or you don't want this to end. The Fool. Let's see what comes out under the Fool card for Capricorn. The Star card. You want to heal things. You want to make it right. You want them to feel again and not be upset about the argument, about the words, about, just overthinking things, the situation. You want to make it right. Let's see what comes out under the Queen of Cups for Capricorn. Hope I'm talking loud enough. I feel like I'm not. Queen of Cups, please. I see it. Yeah. Hangman. It's still up in the air. It's still in suspension, okay? I feel like this is your Queen of Swords because you haven't heard from them. So you know that there's something. And what you don't know is, are they done? Are they waiting to hear from you? Are they open to listen if they do hear from you? You don't know anything. And the bottom of the deck is, oh my God, the Sun needing clarity, needing to shine light on it, and behind that, the Moon. That's where you're at right now. The Seven of Pentacles. You're in between. You can't, it's too soon, but you don't want to wait too long. You want to give them a chance to cool off and think about it. Because behind that's the Ten of Swords. And you know what's behind, which is, what that is? That's a nasty, very nasty, painful ending. Also Swords. And behind that is the Knight. Again, it's here in the overall energy. First card out. I don't think you meant it to be the way it was. And I don't, if your person was an actual Queen of Cups, it might have gone the same way, but not, I don't know. It depends. Like, when you irritate a air sign, a queen, air sign, yeah, you better have your shit together, okay? That's all I'm saying. I'm not being nasty about it. I'm really not. I'm saying, if you're serious about this, Capricorn, please have your ducks in a row. I know you're going to be nervous, but if you feel like you love this Queen of Swords, then understand her. Okay, she's not going to put up with any shit. And even if she loves you, you cross her, you're going to regret it. Not even maybe from her. She might not have to really lift a finger, but to stand up for herself. I'm just telling you. You want to put her back in the cups, and I know that's what you're hoping for. Learn who she is, and then she's got boundaries. No matter how close you get, don't cross those boundaries. She's a Queen of Swords. She's looked after herself. And she might want a partner, not a guard, right? So, just some advice for you. We're going to get some more advice for you from the Tarot of the Owls. A lot of extra confirmation here for you in this transparency reading, if this is your situation. If it's not, I apologize. I can't really control it, but... All right, overall energy, the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the Five with the Magician. What is the advice? Well, there's some more confirmation. The Sun and the Three of Wands. Just like the Seven of Pentacles, it's all connecting. You need clarity. You're waiting. You're waiting for that right moment, whether it's that phone call to come, whether maybe, you're just waiting for that pivotal moment. Maybe you've even talked to people about it to get clarity on if this happened to you, right? How would you feel? Would you want me to call you right away and say sorry, or would you like a few days to cool off and then maybe a subtle text message? Like, I really feel like you are really, really needing clarity on exactly how to handle this step by step, or it won't end the way you want it. It's funny, they want me to show you this, but the Sun here we're putting with your overall, your 3 energy here. The 3 of Wands, if you look, there's a bit of a similarity there in the fact that the owl has his wing up waiting. And if you look, so does the Magician. You see, you manifested this right from the start, but now you're trying to unmanifest it, or manifest yourself over this hump so that you still have this Queen of Swords on the other side, if you can follow what I mean there. All right. The Ace of Cups under the 7 of Pentacles. Well, see? Ace of Cups. Queen of Cups is here twice. There's a lot of confirmation here, double confirmation. The Queen of Cups, you're waiting for that right time that Queen has softened back into the Queen, into her emotions again, and not thinking about what you said to upset her. Right? You're hoping that she will think, well, gee, he didn't even phone to say sorry, or you know what I mean? You're waiting for that right pivotal moment. It's like if somebody passes, you don't call the person that lost somebody close to them the same day and say, hey, you want to go to a party tonight? You know what I mean? Like, it's not the right, there's protocol where, like, there's, you just got to do it right. And when you might have really had a nasty argument, and you feel like if you reach out too soon, it'll just continue on into an argument if you don't let somebody have their cool down time, have their chill time to think things through and not feel so upset before, you don't want to deal with them again until they are back in their kind of emotions again, thinking, well, I did like you till you did that. You know what I mean? Like, you want things to calm down. Get back into the emotional state. The Star card under the Fool for Capricorn. The Lovers. See, like, you meant well, okay? And I really feel like you're really hoping that once your Queen of Swords calms down, she will understand that you meant well, even though it pissed her off. Things were going good, and you're hoping that she will realize that, feel that again, and understand that you meant well and that you won't do that again. You understand, right? You get it. It was a learning process, a rough one, but a risky one. But you didn't plan it either. It just kind of knee-jerk, it came out. They learned about you, you learned about them. It's the way love goes. The Hangman under the Queen of Cups. Wow. Okay, you got 2. I'm sorry. This is good. Capricorn. It's going to be okay. All right. I'm not saying I'm telling you when exactly it is, the time, because I don't know when this happened, and I don't know how long it's been. If you want to let me know in the comments, that's fine. Go ahead. It's free. Everything's free. Subscribing has always been free. Hitting the like button, which rarely people do, is free. If you want to know what this Hangman under the Queen of Cups got for a clarifier, please hit the like button. The Ace of Cups and the 2 of Cups. The beginning of a relationship. It just had a rough start. Bottom of the deck. The 6 of Pentacles. We know that 6 of Pentacles, financially, whatever, right, it's unbalanced. It's unfair. That's the way things feel right now for you. You want to make it right, right? When you make it right, then things will be in the 7 of Pentacles. See, right now, it's not, right? The 7, you're waiting for that cool down time. Has it been enough time that she's cooled down, or they've cooled down, however it applies, but not too long, right? You don't want to reach out at the wrong time. That's the bottom of the deck. Okay, Capricorn, we're closing out this energy with the Mermaid and Fairy Oracle, getting you the message you need the most to take away from your November 2025 transparency reading. Mother healing. As your feelings towards your mother heal, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. So again, a sense of guilt. Like I said, this is how this started. Guilt creeps in. And because you're in this situation now, maybe your mom wasn't very nurturing and might have made you feel like just telling you you're bad all the time and didn't like maybe a little overboard. So guilt creeps in really easy on you, and you're not bad, Capricorn. You're not. But you need to stop letting that guilt continue, okay? Let it go. Once you know you've done wrong and you're trying to make it right, try and forgive yourself, okay? Forgive yourself. Look back at all the times that you know yourself now as an adult that your mom was like way too hard on you. Or you wouldn't pass that on to your child. Okay? Forgive yourself. Let the guilt go. I hope this has helped you, Capricorn, but honestly, I'm at the point where I really don't know whether it does or doesn't, because nobody ever says anything. Rarely people hit the like button. All my subscribers, I don't know where they are. Like, I've got, the numbers should be in the double digits to add up to 65, but of course every month, as soon as the subscribers go up, YouTube just starts hacking them. Like, nobody unsubscribes in that pattern. You can tell it's a pattern. So I'm just like I say, I need transparency as well. So I know I'll probably never hear anything about this, and whether it's here for you next year or not is very, very, very unlikely. It would take, well, pretty much something very huge to keep me going, at least doing generals, okay? Whether I sit down and do the odd reading once in a while on this channel, maybe, maybe not, because quite frankly, I don't think anybody gives a shit. So, again, this has been a great reading. I know it's hit home somewhere for somebody, but anyway, take care of yourself, Capricorn. I will see you one more time next month for sure. And again, I haven't decided about next year, so we'll see you next month. Bye for now.